and bring on board Karan Taurani, who is joining in with us from Elara to talk to us about what this actually means for the quick commerce industry, how the industry has been changing at such a fast pace, and what does it mean for other players if such a big player like Reliance enters with heavy pockets, big huge pockets to spend on this format. What does it mean for other players? Karan, thank you so much for joining in with us this evening on Easy Now. And I want to start by this increasing competitive intensity that we have seen, and the competition has been increasing at a very fast pace for quick commerce in the last couple of years. Now, obviously, Jio entering huge pockets. What does it mean for the industry? How do you see this trend changing overall?
See, I think in terms of quick commerce sector, Jio has made their entry earlier as well via Dunzo. If you remember, they were trying to offer the quick commerce thing, via the JioMart. That was not largely quick commerce, but that was somewhere in terms of slotted delivery. So this is some sort of a re-entry that they're making, in terms of the online grocery foray which is there. So what holds true here is that in terms of quick commerce. The game is not only about discounting as it was earlier about 2 3 years back when the segment started off. Now this business is more about convenience, more about efficiency, more about the delivery lead time, and more about the product assortment and the user experience of the app as well. So I think, of course, with Geo coming in terms of the quick commerce, competitive intensity will increase. But to the second question, in terms of whether it will have a negative impact on incumbent players, I think that is a long way to go because JioMart will need to really offer a lot of good user experience on the app. They need to get their product assortments right. And we still don't know in terms of how they're going to do this. I mean, there are some reports that they will do it via fulfillment centers or via, the Reliance offline retail outlets. Now, what is there in terms of offline retail outlets is very different in terms of what a dark store proposition is. A dark store proposition clearly defines that the delivery has to happen within 10 minutes. A normal retail store cannot do that. It can ask for 30 minutes delivery, but eventually the lead time can go up to 45 minutes or even for an hour for that matter. So both things are very different. I think both things will coexist. Obviously, competition will grow, but not to a certain extent that that incumbents like Blinkit or Instamart or Zepto will see a huge negative impact in terms of their growth rates. That doesn't seem to be a possibility for now.
Right, Karan, while you said that, it doesn't impact most of the players who are already existing in terms of the near-term impact at least. But what is it that one could see? Because the commentary that we've seen coming in from some of these players is that they're seeing a bit of a slowing down in terms of momentum of growth in those top 8 cities. So would one actually start looking at tier 2, tier 3 cities more in this quick commerce space? And how do you see that also for the smaller towns, smaller cities? Is that a possibility that one could see a bigger chunk coming in from these cities?
See, I don't think that quick commerce, as a business proposition is well suited for the tier 2 and tier 3 markets for now. I think for now, there is ample opportunity for penetrating deeper into the metro markets. Right now, the point is that if you look at the quick commerce business, it is somewhere close to about 3 to 4% of e-commerce. I mean, the e-commerce business today is somewhere close to about 10-12% in terms of larger FMCG companies, and quick commerce would be, maybe about 20-25% of that. So there is still ample opportunity because the e-commerce market itself is growing at about 15-20% plus kind of growth rates. And if you look at the quick commerce business, because the base is small, quick commerce potentially can grow at 40-50% or even higher numbers. So there is immense offtake over here, ample opportunity in the metro cities as well for this number to grow because the digital sales itself for all the brands are growing at a faster pace as compared to modern trade and the general trade segment for the FMCG. Plus, quick commerce, I think, has a lot to offer in terms of store. It is not only about grocery. If you look at most of the quick commerce players, they have very sharply accentuated towards other product offerings, which is beauty, personal care, pet care, gifting, and other things put together. So even OEMs for that matter, mobile phones, selling gold coins, selling, white goods, like PlayStation. So I think that quick commerce as a proposition, I don't foresee that there is an issue in terms of growth rates because they are not purely kirana or grocery. They are delivering multiple other products which are there. And plus, there is ample opportunity for penetration. So in terms of consumer wallet also, if you see, I think as per our assessment, broadly around 4 to 5% of the consumer wallet of an urban household today would come from quick commerce. Now that has a potential to grow towards 20% or rather 15% as well. because potentially there are certain products which you want, penetration because of increased frequency, because of increased customer wallet, because of, a wide variety of product and not only grocery products. There is ample opportunity for quick commerce as a profession to grow.
Right, Karan, and just lastly want to know, in terms of this 30-minute delivery offering, is that something that will pick up more pace and that will continue to trend, and how is that going to shape going forward?
See, in terms of 30-minute delivery, as I said, quick commerce actually, when they have got aggressive in the market in terms of offering multiple varieties and categories of products, they have somewhere kind of seen a disruption, and they have negatively impacted the slotted delivery offering. Now, generally, if you look at slotted delivery as a business model, all of these e-commerce companies like Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, even JioMart, even Star Quick, all of them have got a slotted delivery format. Now, slotted delivery format is wherein you get the delivery within about 2 to 6 hours. That's the broad range over there. And quick commerce somewhere was eating up into the slotted delivery business model, which is why I think some of these slotted delivery players like JioMart are now trying to innovate and trying to give a tough fight to quick commerce companies. Now, they can't give a tough fight to quick commerce because they cannot offer 10-minute delivery, which is why the delivery lead time is somewhere between the quick commerce and the slotted delivery business. So yes, this kind of a transition is happening, because if the customer is getting the same product within 10 minutes, the customer will not offer slotted delivery. The customer will not, order a product and wait for 2-4 hours, for the delivery to happen. So the customer is going to want a quicker experience. So I think both these models will coexist, the 30 to 45-minute delivery and the 10-minute delivery. Now, it just depends in terms of the customer's convenience, in terms of, how quickly the customer wants the product, what exactly is the product, how good is the user experience of the app. Now, those are going to be defining factors. How good is the product assortment, whether the customer is able to get the certain brand, certain product at that app or not. So all these are going to be differentiating factors, but I think the slotted delivery model, the lead time coming downwards to 30 minutes, and the quick commerce model, which is 10 minutes, both these models will coexist in the system.
Thank you so much, Karan, for joining in with us this evening on ET Now. It's a pleasure having you on the show and talking to you about the quick commerce industry. How is the sector growing and what we should be expecting?
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.